sleeping, tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moons just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Fuel the fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown out the laughter. Dreams on wheels push past the pasture. Track and dust, life on edge of freight. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, ever burn, fortunes laid. Sounds heartbeating if dirt tracks play. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here with the Bulletproof, a mini stock association, live from the beautiful Williams Grove Speedway. These drivers are ready to rock and roll. They are ready to duke it out here this evening, and we're going to bring you all the action right here as drivers out there on the racetrack laying down some quick lap times here for their qualifying session. We already saw Joshua Ely out there in his beautiful 09 laser engraving machine, but right now it's Carl Kilgore into the top spot here. Kilgore with the quick time here on the Speedway. Josh Ely back down to second as now we see Cody Campbell jumping up into position number 3 here on the Speedway in the Henderson Motorsports. A beautiful number 1 right out there on the Speedway. Jonathan Byram in the JP Designs, the Mustang GT machine, rolling out there on the Speedway, currently 4th quickest with Aaron Benschneider rounding out our top 5 in that 44. As now we see another driver jumping up into the group here. It's the 161 ride of Tyler Carnegie. He's going to jump up into that 6th spot as Kyle Moyer slides back up in the 11 ride into position number 5 on the Speedway. So drivers bouncing around, drivers making their way inside the top 10 as we do see the 1 ride of Kenneth Vess. He's going to slide into that 3rd spot, but he's going to get knocked out of that 3rd spot down to 4th as Keith Hackney will jump into 4th, and now Jamie Massey jumps up into position number 2. Now Peacock is going to slide into that 2nd spot here on the racetrack. So these drivers are moving around quite a bit here. Our top 5 getting mixed up, but out in front, no one better so far than Carl Kilgore. Kilgore still with that top spot here on the Speedway. Kilgore out in front. We do see James Frazier in the 661 ride jumping down to position number 7. Now we do see Kyle Surratt. He's going to slide up into position number 3, moving Massey, Ely, and Hackney back a little farther. Kenneth Vess will jump now inside the top 5, so Ely now outside of the top 5 here in the time charts for our qualifying session. Massey's going to get done another lap. Doesn't look like he finds any extra speed right there, so Massey will stay in position number 4. Curtis Bishop in the 03 will slide up into position number 5 as now Massey with a heater out there on the Speedway. He will jump into position number 1. A new quick time out there on the racetrack. Carl Kilgore gonna jump out here again, look to see if he can find a little extra speed, see if he can find himself a way to the front of the field as T-Jack says the usual suspects up there towards the front of the field here. You do see Cody Myers in the H&L E&E Farms, Papa Mike Promotions, the Sweet Tea Gang machine. They're in position number 11. Alex Cumming in the 63, the Sim Magic ride out there on the race racetrack, currently scored in the 12th spot on the Speedway. Joseph Pratt out there on the track as well, the Sexton Paint and Body, number 71, right? The Tommy Gun Custom Machine, currently 18th fastest on the racetrack. Still waiting for a few other drivers to slide out there onto the racetrack as here comes Zach Clark getting ready to do his qualifying run to see if he can lay down a quick time here on the racetrack, as my boy Hackney coming in with that share on the stream. How are you, Keith? Coming in showing the love here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we'll get ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to rumble here this evening for a little bit of mini stock racing action, man. This is one of the premium series here in the league, in our broadcast. We love to watch these mini stocks, man. These things are a ton of fun. These things put on a hell of a show, a heck of a race, and it's always very, very awesome to watch these drivers out there duking it out on the speedways. Let's make sure we get this shared over to the Discord for everybody to find. Perfect. There we go. All right, so we're going to get ready to set them loose. Qualifying has come to a close, so that means we're going to get gridded up and ready to rock and roll here for our first heat race of the evening. Our first heat race about to get underway from Williams Grove Speedway, and we're looking for the top four. Top four drivers will punch their ticket into the A main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately be going home a little bit early here this evening, or they're going to be going to our consolation race where they're going to have to duke and battle their way in to the show, and that's a place you do not want to be. You do not want to be in that consi. You do not want to be at risk of going home early or joining the fans in the stands here this evening. And starting on the pole in the number 6 ride, it's the M6 machine. That is Jamie Massey, who will start here in the pole position. To his outside in the Bulletproof Motorsports JP Designs, number 61, it's the 61P of Josh Peacock. Starting in position number 3 in the 09 Laser Engraving KC Speedworks, number 09, it's Joshua Ely. Starting there in position number 3. To his outside in the 2 right, that is Kevin Sandhagen in the Papa Mike Promotions H&L number 2 machine out there on the speedway. Then we see the 1 of Cody Campbell in the Sweet Victory Apparel Henderson Motorsports CWD machine there in position number 5. To his outside in the 161, that is Tyler Carnegie. Then we see the 54, the JP Designs ride of Jonathan Byram, the 88, the TNT Racing machine of Cody Ernest. Will Klein back there in position number 9, and Daniel Worthington in the 113 will start at the rear of the field. As we are quickly, Green Flag Racing is the showstopper. Out in front, we'll see that first green flag fly here this evening. So Jamie Massey out in front, but contact back there behind him. Caution flag on the speedway. Joshua Ely goes for a loop-de-loop. We'll have to take a look back and see how this happened. Is maybe some contact a little farther back here through a few of these drivers down into corner number 1 and through corner number 2. So we'll keep an eye on this 09, the KC Speedworks 09 Laser Engraving Ford, as he gets a nudge right there from Kevin Sandhagen. Sandhagen gets into his back bumper, helps that car start to go around. You see Campbell nowhere to go. He stays into him, and around goes Ely. Nowhere to go there for Jonathan Byram, as well as the Iceman gets in there. Gets some pretty good damage, as well as lucky that 09 ride did not go up and over right there, as it was digging into the dirt and coming to a stop there on the bottom side of corner 1 and 2. So we will get them stacked up, we will get them racked up, and we will get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. We'll get ready to set these drivers back loose here for another start on the evening, our first restart of the afternoon after our first caution flag of the day. To kick things off here for these drivers is Charles Barnes. Mr. Barnes coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream. How are you, Charles? Charles coming in, smashing that thumbs up here on the broadcast, coming in, showing the big love here in this one. As man, oh man, getting closer and closer and closer. That checkered flag, I mean, this caution flag instantly took a lap away from these competitors for them to try to duke it out and battle out there on the speedway. It's down to 6 laps left to go as we head down into corner number 4. We see that white green flag fly once again. We see 5 laps left to go here in this one. So the laps are already clicking down, and it is making it tougher and tougher for drivers that are on the outside of a transfer spot looking in to try to move their way forward and trying to punch their ticket into the show here as Massey and Peacock. 1 and 2 on the Speedway. They're sitting pretty as Kevin Sandhagen battling hard door to door with the one right. He's going to clear him down out at quarter number 4 as Cody Campbell right there on the hot seat in that 4th and final transfer spot. You see Cody Ernest taking a peek down to his inside. So Cody Ernest looking to try to jump up here into that 4th and final transfer position as Josh Ely try to work himself back into the picture here as well. He was started in that 3rd position, got tied up in that 1st caution flag, had to go to the rear of the field here. And for the 09 run, he's trying to find that speed, trying to find that groove to try to work himself back into the picture here of a transfer spot. He's right there behind him, Daniel Worthington, up a few spots early in this race, as well as the 113 back there in the 7th spot has the 54, Jonathan Byram, taking a peek down to his inside as Cody Ernest. And it's a little 3 wide here for position number 4 on the Speedway. 3 wide, Cody Campbell up on the high side, Cody Ernest down through the middle, and it's Josh Ely down low in that 09 laser engraving. KC Speedworks machine, a little contact right there. Everyone able to keep their cars pointed the right direction for the most part. It's more contact. Campbell now going to get hard up into the outside fence. Heavy damage there for Cody Campbell, and the caution flag is back out on the Speedway. Campbell takes his car down pit side here. This is the last thing I think Massey and Peacock wanted to see, but we'll take another look at it as they go 3 wide here for quite a little while, but then down the back straightaway here. Not sure if the one right hits the outside fence right there or if he comes down a little bit. We'll have to take a look and see exactly what happens between these two competitors as Cody Campbell up on the high side, Josh Ely down low, and yeah, right there, looks like he bounces off that outside fence and just kind of shoves that car half a lane down low. Unfortunately, the 9 of Josh Ely was already there, so he bounces off Ely and him go down into the inside fence, and as he's trying to get that car saved, here comes Cody Ernest trying to work his way through there. Unfortunately, he's going to help him go up and into that outside fence. Heavy damage there for Cody Campbell, and a tough break for the one machine as that's going to take him down pit side and potentially out of this heat race. We'll have to wait and see this one ride back in action in our consolation races. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to battle here. The M6 of Jamie Massey out in front, leading the way. The 61P of Josh Peacock there in second with Sandhagen. And Ely, our top 4 here on the Speedway. Hopefully not too much damage for that number 9 ride of Josh Ely as he's trying to hang on to that 4th and final transfer position. As we go back to green flag racing, already more contact as Sandhagen trying to jump up in front of the 09. Ely was not going to let that happen. He made sure that he stayed there in that outside group. He's going to put the power down, and that's going to bring Jonathan Byram right there with him as Byram looking to poke his nose inside the top 4, looking to move his way into a transfer spot. A little contact as the 2 ride goes for the slide jump over the nose of the 54. A great crossover, and Byram will jump into position number 4 here on the Speedway. So Sandhagen back to position number 5. He's on the outside looking in. Same with Cody Ernest, Tyler Carnegie, Daniel Worthington, Will Klein, and Cody Campbell. As Massey out in front, the HNLNLR M6 machine looking pretty, sitting pretty here at the front of the field as you'll see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for Jamie Massey is Massey, nice and easy down through quarter 1 and out of quarter number 2. He'll take us down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 1. Peacock, Ely, and Byram right there in tow, but contact, Byram goes around. Byram goes around Tyler Carnegie, now looking for that 4th spot. Massey will pick up heat race win number 1 with Peacock, Ely, and Cody Ernest down across the line will pick up that 4th and final transfer spot. We'll take a look back here quickly and see the contact between Byram and the 2 right of Kevin Sandhagen. Looks like he just tries to clear him, and upside down goes the 54. Oh, brother, that's a heavy hit right there for Jonathan Byram, and a tough break as they were battling there for that fourth and final transfer spot. As now we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go here for heat race number 2. We're going to stack them up and try to do that one all over again. Maybe this one will be a little bit more clean and green, maybe a couple less caution flags, and maybe, another car not going upside down would kind of play out perfectly here this evening. As Bailey Dobbs tags Douglas Stewart here in the chat. How are you, Bailey? How are you, Douglas? Coming in showing the love. As Troy Pittman, Mr. Pittman coming with the like on the stream. Charles Barnes coming in with that thumbs up. Cody Olson coming in, hitting that like on the stream as well. How are you, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, man. We're going to get ready to set them loose. We're going to get ready to go back to battle. As out in front, going to start here in that pole position. It is the 18 machine. That is the JP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports. That is Coach Kyle Surratt. To his outside in the 0-3, that is the beautiful looking ride of Curtis Bishop. And down on the inside, a row number 2 in the 69K, that is Keith Hackney. To his outside, the HNL Papa Mike Promotions number 55 of Cody Myers. As Myers there in position number 4 here on the Speedway. Then we see the 0-1 of Stephen Campbell, the 6 of Matthew Peacock, Zach Clark, Aaron Benschneider, Carson Cherry bringing up the rear of the field as we are quickly back to green flag racing here from Williams Grove Speedway. The 18 of Kyle Surratt, coach, out in front trying to run away here with heat race number 2, but already Hackney on his back bumper as Hackney and Bishop door to door down the back straightaway into quarter number 3. Hackney looking to slide up into that second spot, but he's not done yet. He wants first place here, trying to work door to door with the 18 down across the line. Surratt will lead lap number 1, but Hackney putting the pressure down low. The 0-3 putting the pressure to his back bumper, and here comes Cody Myers. Myers in the E&D Farms Papa Mike Promotions HNL ride there in position number 3 now as he slides underneath that 0-3 of Curtis Bishop. Bishop looking for a big run though to the outside as our 3rd and 4th place drivers duking it out door to door as our front 2 still battling side by side as well. And here comes Zach Clark. Clark in the 2-pop 24 ride now into position number 5. Stephen Campbell right there behind him, and here comes Carson Cherry. The 2 Fat Guy Sim Racing Promotions, the certified pipe layer machine rolling there in position number 7. Aaron Benschneider back there in the 44 ride rolling in the 8th position. He has Matthew Peacock back there behind him, and Brandon Bolin unfortunately not starting this feature event. As Hackney out in front, showing the way here for all of these drivers. The tunnel vision by Hackney, the House of Speed Grip Hackney Live number 69 right at the front of the field, looking to try to run away with it, but right there on his back bumper is Kyle Surratt. Surratt though into the inside wall down into quarter number 1. You saw that car launch up into the air on 3 wheels. Luckily enough, he was able to get that car under control and keep it rolling here. Hopefully not too much damage for that 18 ride as he works down and trying to get to the back bumper again of that 0-3 of Curtis Bishop. Bishop was able to take advantage of that and slide up into position number 2 on the Speedway. Surratt back there in 3rd as Cody Myers rounds out our top 4. Zach Clark, he's on the outside looking in here in this beautiful looking DuPont 24 ride. He's trying to hunt down our top 4 drivers out there on the Speedway, looking to see if he can try to punch his ticket into our A-main feature event. He does not want to be in a consolation race, but right now he knows he needs to find one more spot here on the Speedway. Needs to find that one extra position inside the top 4, as only the top 4 drivers will transfer through to our A-main feature event. Everybody else back there behind them will go to our consolation races, and that is not a place you want to be here this evening as the white flag has been displayed. So only one more time around here for Clark to try to find his way into the A-main feature event. Same with Stephen Campbell, Carson Cherry, Matthew Peacock, Aaron Benschneider, and Brandon Bolin. As down the back straightaway into quarter number 3, Keith Hackney in the House of Speed 69 ride will take us down through 3 and out of 4 in Hackney. We'll pick up heat race win number 2 here on the evening. Curtis Bishop there in second, Kyle Surratt in third, and Cody Myers going to come home in that fourth and final transfer spot, meaning Clark, Cherry, Campbell, Peacock, Ben Schneider, and Bolin will all go to our consolation races. So we'll get them stacked up. We'll get them racked up here. We'll try this all over again. That one a little bit better, a little bit cleaner, and a lot more greener out there on the Speedway for heat race number 2. I wonder if we'll see more of the same here in heat race number 3 as drivers will get loaded into the sim, each and every single one of them looking for the win here in this heat race. As once again, top 4 will transfer through to the A main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately be loading up their rides and going home early, or going to the consolation race and potentially going home early here this evening. As Frank Ranger says, this league looks fun. Can you send a league invite? I can definitely send you their Discord. I can't send you a league invite. That's not my job. That's not my my place to send invites, but you can join their Discord. I know that, and I believe they are still looking for more drivers. If you're interested in getting in onto it, there is the Discord if you guys want to become part of the show. If you guys want to jump in here and duke it out in battle with these competitors here on our Wednesday evenings. As out in front, Carl Kilgore is going to start in that pole position here for heat race number 3 on the evening. So the Sweet Victory Apparel Majula Safe Speed Shop number 6 ride will start here in that top spot. He's got Kenneth Fast to his outside. The 661 of James Frazier there in position number 3. Alex Cummings to his outside. Kyle Moyer, Joseph Pratt, Charles Minders, Nathan Brunner, and Wes Winged bringing up the rear of the field here in heat race number 3. As up on the high side goes Kenneth Fast. More contact back there behind him in the caution flag, going to quickly come out as the FMS 661 ride of Frazier gonna go around there. I do believe Kyle Moyer also collected in that one. We will take a look and see what happened here. Is Moyer right there behind that 661 ride down into quarter number 1. We'll have to see where this Simu Cube number 11 ride goes as he gets in there. Looks like some contact right there. The 661 ride gonna get in a little bit deep here, and as he does, he's gonna get a little bit too close to that back bumper. That left side of the 6 machine has to lock him up, and as he does, he locks up the tires. The car kind of just kicks out sideways, nowhere to go here for the 11 ride of Kyle Moyer. As Moyer slides into that, same with the 66 ride of Minders, and the 8 machine of Wes Winged having to get checked up and stopped right there as well, as it looks like James Frazier just getting in there a little deep, a little too far right here, and as he does, he just locks up this car, and that's what starts this first caution flag of heat race number 3. Sends it in there deep underneath the 6, and unfortunately gets in there a little too close, almost takes out that 6 right of Kilgore, and that's what turns him around, and nowhere to go there for Moyer and all these other competitors as they slide into it and get a good piece of that 661 machine. As we will get ready to go back to green flag racing, out in front, it is the number 6 ride of Carl Kilgore still on the Speedway. Kilgore in front, showing these drivers where and how to go here. Is not sure why we are. Is this lobby messed up or something here, chat? What in the world's going on with this heat race? You see more contact, more drivers running into issues here, so I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not giving me a good look at these cars on the racetrack. There we go. We're cooking now. We're cooking now. We did see Wes Winged run into some more issues here. Let's take this back and see what happens. Wes Winged, but I think this is just iRacing messing up the server right there, I think. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to wait and see here and see if we can get in on the action, get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing as... yeah, caution flag back out again here, so here we go. Things are looking better now. I'm not sure what was going on right there with iRacing and SDK kind of messed up together, but Carl Kilgore still out in front, continuing to lead the way here in this one. So Kilgore out in front, Kenneth Vance there in second, Joseph Pratt up into third. And then this is where things get very broken up here. Charles Minders is supposed to be up there in fourth. Then we have Kyle Moyer, James Frazier, Nathan Brunner, Wes Winged, and it's showing me Alex Cummings at the rear of the field here. This is still on replay. We're not on the replay. There we go. Why is it not going to it? That's so weird. So weird. Okay, there we go. We got things figured out now. I don't know why SDK is being tricky for us right now, and why it doesn't seem to want to work. So that's going to be an interesting thing we'll have to try to deal with here this evening. But hopefully that works good. Carter Long says pulling for Jamie Massey, coming in, showing the love here in this one. How are you, Carter? Carter coming in, showing the love, as Josh Peacock says invert wheel numbers will be 2 to 7 since Jamie Massey gets an EOL. 2 to 7. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. We like that. We like that. 2 to 7. Let's do random wheel. Nope. All right, as we go back to green flag racing here in this one. Green flag back out here for these drivers as everyone trying to work their way into the front of the field. Everyone looking for their ticket into the A main feature event. Kilgore out in front as we see Kenneth Fest there in position number 2. Joseph Pratt back there in third, and Kyle Moyer and Charles Minders battling here for that 4th and final transfer spot. You can throw James Frazier right there into the mix as well as the 661 ride, trying to poke his nose into that battle for position number 4 here on the Speedway. Now trying to work underneath of Minders out there on the racetrack. West Winged right there as well in the 8 machine is Nathan Brunner a little farther back, and unfortunately for Alex Cummings, I do believe he has scored a lap down back here in that 63 machine. As Moyer in that 4th and final transfer spot here on the Speedway, he's still on that hot seat as Charles Minders right there behind him, the 66, trying to work himself into the show, blinking a little bit right there. Luckily enough, he is able to avoid any contact between himself and the number 661. So the 66, 661 both trying to hunt down the 11 rider Kyle Moyer here for that 4th and final transfer spot, as Moyer starting to open up a little bit more of an advantage here, starting to pull away a little bit more out there on the racetrack. As out in front, it's still this 6 ride, the Majula Safe Speed Shot machine of Carl Kilgore. Kilgore leads the way here this evening with Kenneth Best there in position number 2. Joseph Pratt back there in 3rd, and Kyle Moyer rounding out our top 4 here in heat race number 3. He's down across the line. We will see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for Carl Kilgore. Kilgore only one more lap here to try to hold these guys off and pick up heat race win number 3 on the evening. Kilgore down into corner number 3, nice and easy. Out of corner number 4, Vest, Pratt, Moyer all in tow as around goes Minders there in corner number 4, as Carl Kilgore will pick up heat race win number 3. Kenneth Vest, Joseph Pratt, Kyle Moyer, our top 4 all punching their tickets into the show as Frazier, Winged, Brunner, and Minders, and Alex Cummings all going to go to our consolation race here this evening. So we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go. First consi out there onto the racetrack. This is our C main, and we're looking for 6 drivers. 6 cars to punch their ticket into the show. That means, unfortunately, 2 drivers will gotta go. That means 2 cars will unfortunately join the fans in the stands here this evening for our A main feature event. You do not want to be one of those drivers not in the A main here this evening. You do not want to be sitting down on the sidelines watching these drivers duke it out. But if you do, make sure you jump in here and show the love on Peacemaker Gaming. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, hit that mother fluffin' like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. As Craig Michael Deacon coming with the like on the stream, my boy Chad Stewart, Mr. Stewart coming in, showing the love with the thumbs up as well, and Frank Ranger coming in with that like on the stream as well. I got you, Frank, I got you, brother, if you want to jump in and join the fun. Unfortunately, obviously tonight is locked, but I think this is a 10 race series, so we still got quite a few races left to go. I believe this is race number 3 of 10, so you can jump in on the fun for our final, 7 races of the season before the season ends. As Craig Michael Deacon says, Mr. Kilgore, let's go. Hope you're well, brother. Yes, Sirski, Mr. Kilgore, and they're doing good. As Jamie says, rigged. I know. Well, Massey, unfortunately, brother, You're taking that EOL, going to the rear of the field after 2 straight wins to start this season. You'll go to the back of the pack, but we'll have to wait and see if you can work yourself to the front here as our C-Main underway here this evening. The 161 of Tyler Carnegie and the 661 of James Frazier, 1 and 2 on the Speedway. As here comes that 226 of Carson Cherry, the 2 ride of Kevin Sandhagen there in position number 4. The 6 of Matthew Peacock back there in that 5th position as the 15 ride of Nathan Brunner down to his inside. The 63 of Alex Cummings on the outside of a transfer spot looking in, and so is in that 54 of Jonathan Byram, but contact around goes the 2 of Sandhagen, and the caution flag is out here for our consolation race. Our first consolation race and our first caution flag here off the Con's gonna fly is Kevin Sandhagen working down low on the 226 ride of Carson Cherry. Cherry up on the outside lane, and looks like the 2 ride down low, but looks like the 161 ride of Tyler Carnegie unfortunately getting loose down low, working to the inside here of that 661 machine, and he's just going to kind of lose that rear end through the slick stuff, and as he's spinning sideways, unfortunately nowhere to go there for Kevin Sandhagen. Sandhagen drives into the side of him, straightens him back out. Unfortunately, it spins himself around right there for our first caution flag here in this C-Main. Let's see if we can jump on board here with Sandhagen, see what he can see here from the cockpit. Is down the front straightaway. He's going to pump it into corner number 1 and look for a big run right here. Then all of a sudden, yeah, you can barely even see it. Just all of a sudden, bam, here comes that 161 right down and in front of him, and around he goes. I'm not huge on the giant spoiler on these mini stocks. I don't know what it is with them. I don't know how much I like that big giant spoiler. Maybe if I move back in the seat, maybe it would look a little bit better. I'm not too sure, but seems like everything's punched in right there, which is kind of wild. As we'll get them ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Once again, I don't know what's going on with SDK, but I keep hitting live to go to the live session, and it's not going there, which is so freaking annoying. This is gonna bug the shit out of me all day, ladies and gentlemen, as we are back to green flag racing. The 661 ride of James Frazier out in front. Here comes Tyler Carnegie trying to hunt him down, and that 226 of Carson Cherry. Cherry there in that second spot as he works down low, and the 2 fat guys Sim Racing Promotions 266 machine. He will slide there into that second spot. So move Carnegie back to 3rd is Nathan Brunner there in position number 4. Matthew Peacock and Jonathan Byram are top 6s. Look out, Byram's gonna go around. He's gonna take the 63 right there with them. Unfortunately, nowhere to go here for that number 63 machine as he gets some hard contact right there, and around he goes as it's like Byram and Sandhagen gonna come together. Around goes Byram, hard down into that right rear quarter panel of that 63 machine. No caution flag on the Speedway. We keep it clean and green out there on the racetrack. As out in front, it is that number 661 ride. James Frazier. Frazier is out in front. He leads the way here this evening as it's still showing us the replay. Okay, this is going to drive me crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what is going on with my SDK, but that is going to drive me wild all night long. I'm already stressing out about it because that's going to piss me off. As out in front, Frazier leads the way here with Carson Cherry there in second. Tyler Carnegie in position number 3, and Nathan Brunner back there in position number 4. Matthew Peacock and Kevin Sandhagen round out our top 6. Here is our top 6. We'll advance to the A-Main feature event. Everybody else will unfortunately be loading up their rides and joining the fans in the stands. As Alex Cummings in that 63 ride rolling there in position number 7 on the racetrack. Byram down pit side here off the Speedway as well. Both competitors unfortunately on the outside of a transfer looking in. Ranger continues to show him how to get it done here in this one. Carson Cherry there in position number 2. Tyler Carnegie back there in position number 3. Nathan Brunner and Matthew Peacock are top 5 here, and you see Sandhagen right there behind him. Sandhagen, unfortunately, quite a bit of front end damage on that Papa Mike Promotions H&L machine. He's gotten tied up in quite a few different incidences here this evening. That car is definitely a little bit sore. It's definitely a little bit bruised out there on the racetrack. He's been kind of all around it here this evening. He's had a magnet on that front bumper of the 2 machine as he will slide up in front of Brunner for position number 5 here on the Speedway. As James Frazier back there in position number 1. He continues to lead the way here in this one, and we'll see that white flag fly. Carson Cherry there in position number 2. He could be in position to try to take this C-Main win away, but both drivers just looking to try to punch their ticket into the show. They got about a 2-second advantage back to the 161 of Tyler Carnegie, the 6 of Peacock, the 2 of Sandhagen and Nathan Brunner. They're in that 6 in final transfer spot as Brunner's going to get up into the outside fence as Frazier will pick up the C-Main win with Cherry, Carnegie, Peacock, Sandhagen, and Brunner all going to punch their tickets into the show, where Alex Cummings and Jonathan Byram, unfortunately, are the 2 cars that will have to load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this evening. So a heartbreaker right there for the 63, a heartbreaker for the number 54 ride here this evening, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here for our consolation race number 2 on the evening. Our B main is about to get underway, so our B main action is about to come right at you here, as once again, top 6 drivers will punch their ticket into the A main feature event. Everybody else will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands. Zach Clark out in front. We'll see the green flag fly first here. He's going to have Daniel Worthington to his outside. Wes Winged will start in third with Stephen Campbell there in position number 4. We'll climb back there in the 5th spot, and then we see the 66 of Charles Minders rolling there in position number 6. The 44 of Aaron Benschneider will start in 7th, and the 1 of Cody Campbell will start back here in position number 8. So 8 more drivers, 8 more competitors getting ready to duke it out here for our B main consolation race. 6 more will work their way into the show. Unfortunately, 2 more have got to go. So this is going to be another interesting one. A lot of great competitors, a lot of fast cats here in this heat race. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to come out of this one with a ticket into the show and who will have to go. As down through quarter number 4, we see that green flag fly quickly. A great jump and some contact back there behind him. Daniel Worthington already turned around. No caution flag on the Speedway as of yet, as Worthington in this 113 machine just looks like he's going to get a little loose here out of corner number 4, going to the green flag, and then he's got the 1 ride of Campbell already right there behind him, and they make a little contact. He comes down the Speedway, bounces off the 8 machine, noses it up into the outside fence. Look at Charles Minders. Oh, unfortunately, Minders gets a piece of him right there. Some pretty good contact for that 66, but unfortunately, Daniel Worthington, this is going to take that 113 ride potentially out of this race, especially with no caution flags here on the Speedway. So that is a heartbreaker here for this 113 ride, as he does get rocking and rolling once again. He's going to actually loop it around there again in corner number 1 and 2. Finally gets that car rolling here. Unfortunate break for that number 113 machine. As we get these drivers rolling out there on the racetrack, unfortunately for this number 113 machine, he is quite a ways back here and almost a lap down, as I don't know why we're in slow motion, but okay, that makes sense. As out in front, Zach Clark continuing to lead the way here. Clark at the front of the field, and still, once again, this is not going live for me. I absolutely hate this. As Charles Minders battling for position number 2 here. More and more things have been going down since the start of this one. Zach Clark is absolutely gone. This 24 ride shot out of a cannon. Almost a 4-second lead advantage now as Charles Minders into position number 2. Aaron Benschneider there in position number 3 with Cody Campbell. Steve Campbell there in 4th and 5th. And Will Klein rounding out our top 6 here on the Speedway. Wes Winged, they're in position number 7. It's actually going to roll around. Actually, where did Will Klein go? I don't know where Will Klein disappeared to. He's still showing us in that 6th spot, but Wes Winged on the outside looking in. Same with Daniel Worthington here, as Worthington trying to keep himself on the lead lap just in case a caution flag is displayed. He can try to catch back up to the rear of the field here and try this one all over again, but it's all Zach Clark. Is Clark out in front by over 4 seconds here between himself and Charles Miners. Miners back here in position number 2 with Aaron Benschneider. They're in position number 3. Cody Campbell, they're in 4th. Stephen Campbell, they're in 5th. And the number 01 ride try to hang on to that 4th spot. Unfortunately, the other one machine, Cody Campbell, will take it away from it. Wes Winged will climb back here in that 6th and 7th position. Will Klein blinking quite a bit back here, but he's got a good gap between himself and Wes Winged. Winged about 4 seconds back here of that 5 ride on the Speedway, but that's a tough break for Will Klein, blinking quite heavily out there on the Speedway. As out in front, Zach Clark continues to lead the way. Clark at the front of the field as Charles Minders rolls there in position number 2. Aaron Benschneider, Cody Campbell, our top 4 here on the Speedway. Stephen Campbell, Will Klein, our top 6 here on the racetrack, all looking to punch their tickets into the A main feature event. As around goes the 8 rider, Wes Winged, and that will bring out our caution flag. Winged turning around there on the bottom side of corner number 2, and unfortunately with our race leader coming right out of the caution flag is displayed. Wes Winged going around here back in the 8th position. Daniel Worthington now going to slide up into 7th here. Now I'm not sure if they're going to do a wave around or a lucky dunk here, but that 113 ride should be in position for it if he does get waved around our race leader. And Zach Clark out in front, did not want to see that one. That caution flag really hurts him here after having a nearly 4-second lead advantage between himself and Charles Minders. Minders will come back in right there to his back bumper here. As you see the 8 ride, Wes Winged looking to see if he can get that wave around here himself as the leaders did go by him there. There's the wave around for the 113 of Daniel Worthington. Look at Worthington up into the fence there, getting that wave, and you see the number 8 rider, Wes Winged, looking for the wave here as well. It's actually going to put Winged back onto lead lap, so that's a good break there for both the 8 and the 113. So a timely caution flag for them and untimely caution for Zach Clark, as we'll get him stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one with only a few more laps left to go here in our last chance dance. The B main consolation race underway here. Top 6 drivers will punch their ticket into the show. Unfortunately, 2 drivers gotta go, including the number 27 ride of Bolin. Actually, not including Bolin. Bolin is the 3rd driver not to make it in here. I'm not sure what happened there to Brandon Bolin, but unfortunately not here for this heat race or for his consolation race. So a tough break for the 37 is out in front. Zach Clark, a great jump, a great launch there out of that DuPont number 24 ride. He will lead us down into corner number 1. Nice and easy out of corner number 2. A single file restart here, really keeping these drivers kind of at bay. Not a whole lot of battling out there on the speedways. Charles Minders rolls in second. Aaron Benschneider in position number 3. Stephen Campbell, Cody Campbell, and Will Klein, our top 5 here on the racetrack as we do see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for Zach Clark, as Clark looking to punch his ticket, looking to pick up that B main win as the 113 of Worthington and the 8 rider Wes Winged still on the outside looking in here on a transfer spot. And Zach Clark down through corner number 3, nice and easy out at corner number 4. Clark will pick up the last chance dance qualifier win here this evening. So Zach Clark, Charles Minders, Aaron Benschneider, Stephen Campbell, Cody Campbell, and Will Klein will all punch their tickets into our A-Main feature event. Unfortunately, means that Worthington, Daniel Worthington, Wes Winged will all go to, unfortunately, they'll load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this evening, as only our top 6 were transferring through. The bottom 3, unfortunately, had to go, so a tough break there for Winged, tough break for Worthington, and a tough break for Bolin here this evening. Shauna White coming in with the like on the stream. William Hargraves coming in with that like as well here on the broadcast. Sharon Irvin coming in, dropping that follow on the stream. Shannon, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker group. Shannon coming in, showing the big love here in this one, dropping that follow here on the broadcast as we get these drivers stacked up, racked up, ready to go to battle. Our A main going to come right at you here in just a few more moments. We're going to get a quick break in here as these drivers jump out onto the racetrack for a quick warm-up session. We'll get ready to lock in loose here as Potato Duck says, is this a live race or AI? Are people real humans racing, or is it just a movie? This is real racing, as in it's a simulator. It's not AI, it's a simulator. It's iRacing, which is a simulated racing. It's a racing simulator that's online, but they're real people in real cockpits, in real wheels. They got their wheels hooked up. They got everything hooked up. It's the closest thing to real life racing action that you can possibly have in the world, man. This is the best place to be other than the real racetrack, the real thing where you can wreck your car, you can get into an accident, you can do whatever, and it's not going to cost you a fortune to get a new car. You can just hit the reset button and you're back into it kind of deal. But the real damage model, the real track effects, everything about it is exactly what you would see from every single racetrack that we go to, including here at Williams Grove Speedway, or if we go to Cedar Lake or Knoxville or any of those other racetracks. It simulates the exact style of the speedway, whether it's down to weather or anything other than all the conditions, man. This is the closest thing you'll get to real life racing in a simulator in the world. So this is what these drivers are doing out there on the racetrack, Potato Duck. As we'll get ready to rock and roll, we'll get ready to go green flag racing for our A main feature event. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get a quick drink in here, and we'll get ready to rock and roll. So don't go anywhere, as our A main feature event is about to come right at you here in just a few more moments as we'll crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. As we're going to get these drivers ready to rock and roll for our A main feature event. Our A main about to get underway. These drivers are going to get loaded in behind the official iRacing pace truck here this evening for our A main feature event. Is each and every one of them going to be looking for the win here this evening, but one driver that's going to be going to the rear of the field as we're going to get ready for our I forgot to do the wheel spin. My gosh, my bad there, Peacock. Let's see if we can do it here real quick. I did 1 to 6 or 2 to 6. We'll just see what it is. It's probably too late anyways. It's 2 anyways. We weren't going to do one. I forgot we were doing the wheel spin. Well, it's number 2. It's number 2. No invert here. No invert for these drivers, unfortunately, here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We were hoping to do a different invert and try to mix things up here at the front of the field. We can't get a break here without hitting, these low numbers, man. We seem to hit these low numbers every single one of these races. As Tyson Pankow, my boy Pankow, coming in with the 200-star donation, coming in, setting it off here in this one. Are you kidding me, Pankow? Coming in, showing the big love here this evening with the 200-star dono. As Derek Moore, my boy Moore, coming in, showing the love here with the like on the stream. Mama Bear, Susie Dickinson with the heart reaction. How are you, Mama Bear? Mama Bear coming in, showing the love as well as ready to rock and roll. As what was the invert? The invert was nothing. The invert was nothing there, Josh. Unfortunate. I totally forgot all about the invert. My gosh, that was a close one right there, but I think it was already too late, but it was nothing. As we will see Jamie Massey go from the front row to the back of the pack here, and that will move Mr. Hackney into our pole position. So Keith Hackney and Carl Kilgore 1 and 2 here on the Speedway, with Curtis Bishop, Josh Peacock there in that second row. Josh Ely will start there in position number 5, with Kenneth Vest to his outside in position number 6. Then we see the Papa Mike Promotions, E&D Farms, Peacemaker Racing, number 55, Ryan the HNL Machine of Cody Myers there in 7, with Kyle Surratt in the JP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports, number 18 there to his outside. And then we see the 661 of James Frazier, the TNT Racing, number 88 of Cody Ernest, round out our top 10 here on the Speedway. Kyle Boyer, Tyler Carnegie, Matthew Peacock, Zach Clark, Nathan Runner, Charles Minders, and Stephen Campbell, Aaron Benschneider, Will Klein, Kevin Sandhagen, and Jamie Massey will bring up the rear of the field here, as Cody Campbell, Joseph Pratt, and Carson Cherry all missing the start here of this A main feature event. So 3 drivers will have to start from down pit side as we go green flag racing here at Williams Grove Speedway. We end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here from Williams Grove. It's Hackney out in front, down low and down the back straightaway. He will take us into corner number 3. Nice and easy out of corner number 4 is the 6 ride, trying to work himself away around the 69 machine, but he slides up the racetrack. Kilgore gonna make it 3 wide here for position number 2. Ely hard into the inside fence there. Oh, brother, that was a tough hit right there for the 09 machine of Josh Ely. Somehow or another, he's able to hang on to position number 3. Is Josh Peacock there in position number 4, the 6 ride of Carl Kilgore. He's going to be happy about that one, as he's able to hang on to position number 2 here on the Speedway and trying to hunt down that 69 of Keith Hackney. One of those drivers deeper in the field that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Started all the way back in 21st after winning the first 2 races here of the season. Had to take that end of line penalty. Had to start at the rear of the field here for race number 3. Where will Massey end up here this evening? Will he find another way into victory lane, or will he have an opportunity to even get there? He's got a lot of fast cats. He's got to try to work himself around. He's got to make a lot of passes, and he's already jumped up quite a few spots here, already passing about 6-7 drivers out there on the Speedway. He finds himself now in position number 13 here on the racetrack. Cody Campbell does jump out here. Unfortunately, I do believe Campbell is a lap down. Will Klein line, still off the racetrack. Zach Clark also off the speedway as well. And then we see Carson Cherry and Joseph Pratt not jumping out onto the racetrack. So a few drivers already running into issues here this evening. And I do believe Zach Clark and possibly Will Klein running into some issues here. We'll watch this DuPont 24 machine as he's rolling here and trying to work himself closer to the front of the field. Not sure if he gets some help here or what happens. Gets into the back of the 11 ride that kind of stacks him up. Nowhere to go for Ben Schneider, nowhere to go for the 2 ride of Sandhagen. They all kind of get piled in there, and unfortunately some pretty good contact for a couple of those drivers, and that takes the number 24 ride of Zach Clark out of this race as he's taking that car down pit side and off the speedway. Is out in front. It's Keith Hackney who continues to lead the way here. Hackney out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done. Let's get this overlay working, chat. Let's get this overlay working here real quick. The world is going on here in SDK, man. They've been all sorts of messed up here this evening. I'm hoping that it works. If it doesn't, we'll have to go to the other one. And SDK has really let me down here today, chat. I don't know what's going on with our overlays, but they are definitely being a huge disappointment again. Awful, god awful. Okay, we're gonna go back to this one, and hopefully it can cycle through. Let's do gap here, and let's make sure we get all this stuff. Cautions, display, split. Top 20. See how that looks. See how that goes here. Alrighty, there we go. You guys can at least see the top 10 there. It should cycle through, but I'm not 100% sure if it will or not. But you will get a good look there at our top 10 and the lap counter there for laps as well. As out in front, it's still Hackney who continues to lead the way. Hackney out in front. Carl Kilgore there in position number 2. Josh Ely sitting there in third. All these drivers knows that Tanley can throw a blanket over them here on the speedway, as each and every one of them right there ready to pounce, ready to make the move on the driver in front of them here this evening, as they're all trying to put themselves into victory lane. Josh Peacock a little farther back here, battling door to door with Kyle Surran as the coach down low, trying to jump up into position number 4. Peacock trying to hang on to it here as they continue to battle side by side here for that 4th and 5th position on the racetrack. Kenneth Best back there in position number 6 with the number 55 of Cody Myers. There in position number 7 is the E&D Farms number 55 riding the Papa Mike Promotions machine. They're in that 7th spot. And right there behind him, here comes Massey. And the 6M machine of Jamie Massey slowly but surely working his way to the front of the field as the JP Designs NLRH and L number 6 ride up into position number 8 from starting at the rear of the field. And he's trying to work himself inside the top 5 here in just a little bit as the showstopper. Looking to work himself to the front here, looking to try to join this fight here for the race win and looking to try to make it 3 in a row here this evening, and he's going to get a little bit of help as the caution flag is going to be displayed. So the caution flag is going to come out here as Stephen Campbell going to run into some issues here in the 0-1 right. We'll keep an eye on it. It's down low here into corner number 3, sends it in there deep. Not sure if he gets any help right here. Oh, just car turns hard to the left, and he's going to take this car off the speedway. So the Tommy Gun Customs 0-1 right getting stopped there on the bottom side of the racetrack. That's what will put us under this caution flag. So a tough break right there for the 0-1 right now down pit side, and that leaves us with, I do believe, 18 drivers left on the speedway, 19 drivers. We do see Cody Campbell out there. We do see Will Klein back out there as well. So 20 drivers left as Stephen Campbell down pit road. Zach Clark still down pit side. Carson Cherry and Joseph Pratt not loading into the session here. So I'm not sure what may have happened to the 2 Fat Guy Sim Racing Promotions 226 or the 71 of Joseph Pratt here this evening in the Tommy Gun Customs 71. As we will get ready to go back to green flag racing. This is exactly what what Jamie Massey drew up. He wanted this one. He knew he needed that caution flag to really reel in our front drivers after getting that EOL. Was supposed to start in position number 1, had to start at the rear of the field, has to make about 10 passes or so far to put himself in that 8th position. 10, 11 passes now on the racetrack, and here he is in position number 8 on the Speedway, and he's looking to try to join the top 5 here in a quick hurry. The green flag back out into the air. The 6 down low, Hackney up on the high side in the 69. It's Kilgore and Hackney 1 and 2 on the Speedway. They go door to door down the back straightaway. Neither driver giving an inch out there on the racetrack as Kilgore trying to take this race lead away from Hackney here on the Speedway. Hackney up on the high side, going to look for that big run out at corner number 4. He's going to try to pull door to door, but we do get a new race leader as Carl Kilgore out in front. Hackney back there in position number 2. Josh Peacock right there ready to bounce as he rolls in position number 3. Ely getting swarmed here a little bit, almost 3 wide back there for that 3rd spot as Ely in the 09 Laser Engraving KC Speedworks ride there in position number 4, trying to work himself back inside the top 3 as here comes the coach Kyle Surratt there in 5th. The 1 rider Kenneth Best right there behind him, and here comes Massey now up into position number 7, down low looking for position number 6 underneath the 1 rider Kenneth Best. Best is going to lose that spot as Mr. Smooth is going to get beat down into corner number 1 here by the showstopper Jamie Massey up into that 6th spot here on the Speedway. As my boy Jeremy Vaughn coming in with that like on the stream, Chris Peters coming in with the thumbs up, as well as Tyson Pankow. Another shout out again to my boy Pankow coming in with a 200-star donation here in this one, coming in, showing it off and setting it off here this evening as he Hackney and Carl Kilgore door to door still for this race lead. Kilgore starting to lose a little bit of ground here. That outside lane starting to work a little bit better here for the 69 ride. They go absolutely door to door, nose to tail down into corner number 1 as they're stacked up 2 by 2 back there behind them. Peacock and the number 09 of Josh Ely battling here for position number 3 on the Speedway as well. And there you see the Bulletproof Motorsports. JP Designs, the number 18 rider Kyle Surratt rounding out our top 5 here on the Speedway, and then Jamie Massey there in position number 6, and another caution flag going to be displayed here in this one. So our second caution flag here, the A main feature event, is going to be displayed as it looks like Aaron Benschneider going to run into some issues here in the 44 ride. We'll take a look here and see what happens to Benschneider. Benschneider will climb battling door to door here. They get pretty tight, but you see some issues there in front of them. Oh, baby, they're stacking up. Unfortunately for the 44, he goes around after contact, and you see Peacock also going around right there. I'm not sure. That's Tyler Carnegie in that 161 ride running into issues here. Let's take a look a little farther forward. See the contact here as it looks like him and the 1 rider Campbell going to come together. They both go down into the inside fence. Here comes that 44 in there. The 5 ride trying to get through it. Josh Peacock, unfortunately, not going to be able to get through there very easily, and he's going to go around as well as the 44 of Aaron Benschneider, and that's what puts us under that caution flag. So a few drivers running into issues, and another golden opportunity here for the showstopper to try to advance his position on the racetrack is door to door once again at the front of the field. Ticked off bumblebees. Let's go. Laugh out loud, says Jeremy Vaughn. Yes, Sirski, some ticked off bumblebees out there on the Speedway as Bryce Dickinson, Brycey there, coming in with the heart reaction here on the broadcast as we are back to green flag racing. Kilgore, Hackney 1 and 2 here on the Speedway as they battle down into corner number 2, and oh baby, down the back straightaway things get a little bit tight as down into 3, still door to door for the race lead. Hackney sends it in there deep, slides up the racetrack ever so slightly. The crossover out of the 6th ride, they're almost 3-4 wide here at the front of the field as I do believe the caution flag going to come right back out here in this one. So the caution flag going to be displayed again as down through corner 3 and 4 drivers trying to make their moves to the front of the field, and we're going to see the 2 rider Kevin Sandhagen. Sandhagen's been a bit of a magnet here this evening, and unfortunately for that 2 machine, looks like he's going to send it into the corner. He's going to get into the back of Cody Myers. It kind of stacks them all up, and it shoves him right up the Speedway hard into that outside fence. Let's see what kind of, so maybe a little bit of the stack up here in front of him is That was the 55 ride of Cody Myers, kind of right in the thick of things here as well. Let's see if we can get another look at this one. Down into quarter number 3, Kenneth Vest down low. Looks like Vest and the 55 ride kind of get together there. They kind of get checked up. The 1 ride almost going around right there until the 11 and the 66 pile into him right there. The 55 ride still on him, and I do believe we're going to see Tyler Carnegie go around. You see Sandhagen hard up into the outside fence, and that 1 machine does go around as well. So another tough break there for Kenneth Vest as he also goes for a loop-de-loop there in this number 1. Well, let's see if we can jump on board here with Kenneth Vest as he's kind of just minding his P's and Q's. Rolling here in behind a little bit of 3-1 battling. Has to send it in there, and we're actually on Kevin Sandhagen here. Sandhagen going to get bounced around hard up into the wall. So that was Kevin Sandhagen's perspective. Let's see if we can take a look at Kenneth Vest's perspective here in this number 1 ride as we're going to go back to green flag racing quickly here in this one. We're back to green flag already, but we're going to see this 1 ride just get tagged and bounced around and unfortunately go around right there. As the green flag back out here for these drivers, and around goes Josh Peacock. Peacock turned around down out at quarter number 4, and the caution flag going to quickly come right back out here in this one. So the P61 going to go for a loop-de-loop here as well, and Peacock definitely did not want to see that as he was battling here at the front of the field. Let's take a look and see what happens to Josh Peacock. So green flag was displayed. They're battling here almost door to door with Coach still on the Speedway, and he's going to get a little sideways and a little help. I believe that's the 03 ride of Bishop who's going to end up getting a piece of him right there and helping him go around. Let's take another look at it here. So 61P, the gray, blue, and white car down the bottom side here. He's just going to get a little tight right there, and here's that contact from that 03 machine of Bishop. Around goes Josh Peacock, and that will put us back under the caution flag. So Peacock will take his car down pit side, looking to get some repairs and get that car back out there onto the racetrack, and we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in this one. As Brent says, cautions breeding cautions. Yes, Sirski, cautions breeding cautions out there on the Speedway is exactly right. As Ron Zirk, Ron coming in, showing the love as well with the like on the stream. How are you, Ron? Ron coming in, smashing that thumbs up here on the broadcast as well. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we're going back to green flag racing. And look who is starting on the outside of row number 2 is the showstopper, Jamie Massey. Massey there in position. Number 2 is contact. Around goes Kilgore. Kilgore turned around up into the air, and we get a pile up down here in 1 and 2. The caution flag back out on the Speedway. So another cautions breeding caution situation here, and unfortunately for our race leader, Carl Kilgore, he's going to find out the hard way as him and Hackney door to door down across the line. They both chase it in deep into quarter number 1, but they kind of get a little contact right there. 69 kind of pinches the 6 right down. He has to get the car a little sideways here, and Ely trying his best to stay off of him here. Unfortunately, I don't even know if he gets contact with him there, but you see them down into the wall. Hard contact for Coach, hard contact for Cody Myers, the TNT Racing ride of Cody Ernest, the 11 of Moyer Collective, Kenneth Vest in there as well. A lot of drivers unfortunately tore up right there. As see if we get another look at this one as they're going to send it into quarter number 1, and watch the 6 ride inside on the front row. There's a little contact right there between him and Hackney, and this is going to get the 6 ride. The front end just kind of kicks out and around on him. He's trying to save it, The 09 ride of Josh Ely does a great job staying off of him there, as unfortunately just that little bit of contact, losing the front nose, takes that 6 ride around, and then look at everyone else pile into this one. Nowhere to go for a lot of these drivers. We see the 661, the BC Racing ride, also getting collected in that one, as well as Carnegie and Peacock, and I believe the 15 ride there where Brunner also getting collected there. So a lot of drivers tore up on the bottom side of corner 1 and 2 once again, and we'll get them ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing, and a timely caution flag again for the M6 ride of Jamie Massey, as that's going to put Massey back on the front row here. My gosh, it did not take him long to find his way to the front of the field. Had that EOL to start this race, as he has won the last 2 races in a row. So he was handed a EOL to start this feature event. He had a lot of contact, a lot of caution flags he had to try to work himself through, and he had a lot of fast cats out there on the speedway that he had to try to battle with to work himself to the front of the field. And now he sits here on the outside of the front row with his teammate in the NLR HNL number 69 ride of Keith Hackney down to his inside. As a great restart there for Keith Hackney. Quickly slides up in front of Jamie Massey. Massey sits there in position number 2 as he's looking to continue his good run and his good fortunes here this evening, looking for maybe win number 3 in a row. But Hackney right there in front of him knows that he wants to try to keep this 6 ride at bay. Even though they're teammates, they're both hungry for another win here this evening. They both want to wind up in victory lane here at Williams Grove Speedway. Is door to door back there behind him for position number 3. Josh Ely and Kyle Surratt battling here for that 3rd spot on the racetrack. Curtis Bishop right there trying to poke his nose into that battle. Same with Cody Myers there in the 55. Kevin Sandhagen back there in 7th. Sandhagen's been slowly but surely working himself back up towards the front of the field after some hard contact with the outside fence. The 2 ride got pretty tore up. Still has a lot of right front and front end damage there on that HNL Papa Light Promotions number 2 ride, as he's got Kyle Moyer right there behind him. Kenneth Vest there in 9th. Josh Peacock rounding out our top 10. Matthew Peacock there in 11th with Carl Kilgore. Gonna have to try to recreate what Jamie Massey did in this next 20 laps stint, as he had to go to the rear of the field after that caution flag, and here he is trying to work himself up and through the traffic as he's got the other 6 right there in front of him. Peacock, Kilgore, nose to tail battling for the 11th position on the racetrack is Nathan Brunner back there in 13th. Tyler Carnegie, Cody Ernest, our top 15 here on the speedway. And then we see Will Klein, Charles Minders, James Frazier, Aaron Benschneider, Cody Campbell, Stephen Campbell, Zach Clark, Joseph Pratt, and Carson Cherry bringing up the rear of the field. But out in front, it's all Keith Hackney's. Hackney continues to lead the way here in this one. Colton Kraft, Colton coming in, showing the love as well with the like on the stream. How are you, Colton? Colton coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the stream. And Maurice 02, hopefully I'm saying that right. Maurice coming in, showing the love here in this one. Put the follow over there on the Twitch stream. What's up? What's up, Maurice? How are you? Hopefully you're having yourself a great day and a wonderful evening, coming in, becoming a part of the Peacemaker family here this afternoon. As Hackney, with only 24 laps left to go, 23 the next time by the start finish line, he's gonna have to try to hang on and hold off that NLR HNL, the JP Designs machine of Jamie Massey, who rolls there in position number 2 on the speedway. Kyle Surratt back there in 3rd, right there ready to pounce as well. We've seen Coach duke it out multiple times here with Massey and Hackney. Same with Josh Ely. They've been right there. They've battled a lot of times together out there on the speedway, and here they are once again lining up and getting ready for a fight, as here comes Massey taking a look down low, trying to find a lane underneath the 69 machine of Keith Hackney. Hackney gonna try to keep him back there in a little pinch down low through 1 and 2 again. We saw him do that with the other 6 ride on the racetrack of Carl Kilgore. We got way too many 6s here in this series. Drivers are going to have to change their number or something. My gosh, it's Jamie Massey trying to look for this race lead, trying to figure out a way to get around that 69 machine of Keith Hackney. Hackney's not going to give it up easily, especially with that 18 ride of Kyle Surratt right there. But I think both drivers potentially are faster than that 69 machine. But Hackney just making his car very wide, but a little contact right there. He gets very sideways down through quarter number 3 and 4. Luckily enough, able to hang on to that car. Here comes a big run to the outside here as the 18 rider Kyle Surratt taking a look to the outside here. He may be able to find something. If he can, he may be able to drive right around both of these competitors. But a big crossover right there now, looking down to the inside here of Jamie Massey. Massey gonna try to hang on to that second spot and try to mount another challenge to go after this 69 ride of Keith Hackney, and Josh Ely right there ready to pounce as well in position number 4. They got about a second and a third here between themselves and Curtis Bishop. Is Bishop in the 0-3, about 5-6 car lengths back there behind our race leaders. And then we see Cody Myers, Kevin Sandhagen, Josh Peacock, Kenneth Banks, and Kyle Moyer rounding out our top 10 here on the Speedway, as we're going to get ready for a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. We're going to crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming with 18 more laps of racing action to go here this evening. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers. We crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Alrighty, another caution flag is going to be displayed here as the Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up caution flag here this evening, as it looks like Kevin Sandhagen and Kenneth Banks going to run into some issues here. Let's take a look back as these drivers battling hard out there on the looks like Best just gets up into the 2 ride of Sandhagen. Sandhagen and Best down the one straightaway. Come together, around goes Best there. They stay tight together up into the outside fence, and both drivers gonna come to a stop there. And I'm not sure if Peacock got a piece of the 1 ride to help him up and in here to this number 1 ride, maybe. I'm not sure if they made contact or not. We'll have to take a look and see if maybe the 61 got in there, got a piece of them. Doesn't look like it. They just come together, and then Sandhagen just going to make a left-hand turn here down the front straightaway and make some contact there with him. I don't think he was intentionally trying to spin him out, but I think he was trying to show his displeasure with the contact here. Let's see if we can jump on board with Kevin Sandhagen, as I believe he was just trying to give him a tap into the door, show he was displeased with that move, and unfortunately got this right post him there, humping across his nose into the fence. Hard contact for both drivers as they come to a stop down here in corner number 1. So that will bring out the caution flag, but we'll quickly go back to green flag racing. Green flag back up in the air here in this one, as we'll jump back into our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. here's that battle at the front of the field here as our Peacemaker Gaming crank it up, going to come to a close as out in front, Keith Hackney continues to lead the way, but right there behind him is that 6M machine of Jamie Massey. Massey trying to jump up here, trying to take this race win back away from the 69 machine as they were battling door to door for quite a little while. Hackney was able to keep them back there and at bay on the speedways. Our crank it up going to come to a close here this evening. Give it up for all these drivers, giving us a beautiful look at the sights and sounds around Williams Grove Speedway here this evening. As out in front, Keith Hackney looking to pick up the win here this evening, but Jamie Massey all over his back bumper. Josh Ely right there in position number 3. He's ready to pounce and ready to put himself up into the winner's circle here this evening as the coach, Kyle Surak, trying to hunt them down. Curtis Bishop back there in position number 5 with Josh Peacock, Cody Myers, Carl Kilgore, Kyle Moyer, and Kenneth Vess rounding out our top 10 here on the Speedway. Matthew Peacock, Tyler Carnegie, and Nathan Brunner round out our top 13 here on the racetrack as Will Klein, Kevin Sandhagen, Cody Ernest have all taken their rides back down pit side as well. As the battle at the front, door to door, here comes Massey looking to take this race lead away from Keith Hackney. Hackney up through the middle side here around Williams Grove Speedway. The 6M trying to push him up a little bit higher as a good run down the front straightaway for Hackney will keep himself out in front just by inches. As door to door here at the front of the field, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go as two of the best to do it are battling door to door here on the Speedway looking for the win. Massey may be able to clear him right there, doesn't pull the trigger, stays down low, they stay door to door. A big run that time down the front stretch for the 6M and for that number 69 machine of Keith Hackney to stay out in front as they continue to go door to door here at the front of the field. Some great racing put on by these two. As Grip, Hackney, and the showstopper 1 and 2. Here you go, the 6M looking for another slide job, pushes the 69 way up the racetrack, but does not pull the trigger. Hackney able to get that run to the outside, but that time down across the line. Jamie Massey was scored our race leader this time, though a little bit of contact, more contact. Oh, baby, contact between Keith Hackney and Jamie Massey, and the caution flag is displayed. Caution flag on the racetrack as Hackney and Massey come together here. Looked like Massey got tight down low here. Definitely didn't get a lot of room. Maybe a little contact there, not too sure. This looks like Massey gets tight, straightened out, and the 69K getting sideways here gets into him as they come together, and it looks like they're just going to make contact again here, and unfortunately just kind of hooks this 6M ride of Jamie Massey, and it's going to spin Massey around. Look at that 6M ride going the wrong way as there goes Josh Ely right around the both of them. Same with Kyle Surak, going to steamroll right on past them here. Let's take another look at this one, see what we can see here from a little bit of a different angle, see if there was some contact here into the corner, or what may have happened here between these two drivers. I think right here, the 69, I'm not sure what happens, but the one ride, or the 6M ride, it's going to get straightened out here. Does not find the bottom, and they get tight together, and unfortunately, as they do, they just make contact a couple times, and Hackney unfortunately getting there into that 6M machine, and that will bring the caution flag back out here in this one. See if we can jump on board with Hackney and see what he can see here from the cockpit of this number 69K ride as working the outside lane. You see him trying to work that wheel here, and oh man, just some tough contact right there, and two drivers battling for the race lead, and it's gonna send the 6M back to the rear of the field. So Hackney back out in front, Ely now into second, Curtis Bishop, Kyle Surak there in third and fourth as we get ready to go back to green flag racing, and the caution flag gonna come right back out. They're stacked up back there behind them in corner number 4. Big wreck there out of corner number 4, going back to the green flag. No caution flag as of yet. There it is. So caution flag back out here in this one as Peacock go around right here. So we'll take a look at this P61 of Josh Peacock as he sends it in down low underneath of 18, right on the back bumper. Just looks like Kyle Moyer maybe just gets right into him. They kind of get stacked up right there as, actually watch the 09 ride of Josh Ely. We watched the second place driver here of Ely Looks like he's going to fire here almost a little bit early. Right there, starts to go. Realizes he has to stop. He cannot beat the race leader back across the start-finish line, so he has to roll out of the throttle, and that stacks him up back there behind him, which in turn, all that momentum, all that speed, and everything else goes into the back bumper of the P61, spins him around, spins the 11 of Kyle Moyer around, and unfortunately also takes out the 15 and the 6 ride of Carl Kilgore as they both go around as well on the front straightaway. The tough break right here. A lot of drivers getting collected there in that one as Hackney playing a little bit of, strategies here, trying to kind of keep, the drivers guessing below them here on these restarts. And right there, I think Ely kind of getting that lurch forward. Everyone back there behind him thought he was going, and they all kind of got stacked together as he had to roll out of the throttle to not beat that 69 ride, to not jump that restart. So we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing as Jim Jansen coming in, showing the love. What's good, Mr. Jansen says, go Brunner, cheering on Brunner out there on the speedway as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing. Hackney out in front, Ely down low, looking to see if he can try to take this race lead away from that 69 right there, tight together again, down through quarter one and out of quarter number 2. It's a drag race down the back straightaway. Hackney with the advantage in the outside groove, but Ely doing a great job staying down low here into his inside. They're tight together again, almost some contact, looking for a big run again is that 69K. He'll find it out at quarter number 4, is down across the start finish line. They'll click off another lap. The white flag has been displayed here, so one more time around for Keith Hackney. Is Hackney down the back straightaway for the final time here this evening. Josh Ely, Kyle Surratt there in tow. Massey working himself back inside the top 5, looking to take 4th away from Curtis Bishop. Is down and out at quarter number 4 for the final time here this evening. The Wrecking down to 4, but it's the 69 of Keith Hackney able to pick up the checkered flag here this evening. Hackney picking up the win. Josh Ely there in second, and Kyle Surratt there in position number 3. So the coach comes home in third, but it's all Mr. Hackney here this evening. The House of Speed, Tunnel Visions, Rip Hackney, number 69, coming home with the win. Here comes Jamie Massey. Now, I'm not sure if that's to congratulate him or to say that he did not appreciate the contact between the two of them there out of quarter number 2. That sent, unfortunately, Jamie Massey around and bringing out that other caution flag and putting Jamie back to the rear of the field. But Jamie able to rebound again and put that 6M ride inside the top 5 and coming home in position number 4 here with Hackney, Ely, Surratt, 1, 2, and 3 here on the Speedway. We'll get ready to pull our top 3 into the broadcast booth here as, and there was a couple tough hits out there. Let's see if we can take a look back here at the 61 machine of Josh Peacock, as Peacock ran into issues here again. Looks like 3 wide out at quarter number 2. Kenneth Betts up on the high side, and it's Cody Myers down through the middle. Just looks like maybe contact here between Myers and the 61P, and unfortunately they get tied together. Around goes Peacock, pointed the wrong direction there in quarter number 4, and that's going to move Peacock to finish all the way back in position number 12. Cody Myers and round out our top 10 here on the racetrack. So a tough break there for those two coming together on the final lap. As we'll get ready to pull our top 3 up here into the broadcast booth. I do see Ely and Coach in there. I do not see Keith Hackney. There's Hackney. All right, here we go. We'll pull him up here. As Steve Massey says, give him a black eye, Jamie. Give him a black eye. Yes, fight down on the front stretch. That's what we need to see right now. No, I'm just kidding. As we'll get ready to pull our top 3 here in this one. As, Chad Stu, crank it up. Caution curse is definitely, it's definitely a one that hurts. We always see those ones, man. We don't like to see those caution flags pop up. And the crank it up caution flags, they hurt us a little bit, And it seems to be just every time we do it, something happens. It looks like it was good. It looks like we weren't going to have to worry about it. And then all of a sudden, bam, there it is. As Steve Massey coming up with the like on the stream, as Jamie says, it's all good. We both are racing hard for it. It happens. It happens. It does happen. It's just good hard racing. Just good hard racing out there as we're going to pull Mr. Hackney up here into the booth. Hey, Keith, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
What's going on, man?
Not much, Keith, man. What a run, what a race here for you in this one. A lot of battling, a lot of hard work out there to keep yourself at the front of the field. Somehow or another, you were able to do it and come home with the win here this evening, man. You had Josh Ely, Carl Kilgore, Jamie Massey for a lot of this race all over your back bumper, peering to your inside, and a little bit of contact here and there. Take us back through it and what's going through your mind after picking up the win in race number 3 of the Bulletproof Mini Stock Association race.
Hold on, I was drinking alcoholic beverage, but yeah, man, that was tough, dude. That was a tough race. We was all pretty even. I feel like, I mean, this track is so technical. Like, you miss that line. Like, if you like choose the bottom, like, if you miss it, like yeah, you getting past or whatever. So, Carl got by me on one of those restarts. He beat me to the line. He timed the start, fairly well, and he got by me. And then obviously I had to start second there. And then, me and him racing, and I don't really know what happened. Of course, I did crowd him a little bit, but I mean, hell, that's what we're all doing if we're on the outside. And I don't really know what happened. I don't think I got into him, or whatnot. So, I'll go back and watch the replay, but I don't know what happened behind him. But I mean, I know I left him a lane, and stuff like that. And then even the ordeal with me and Massey, I think it was a little bit of net code that got us together too. I was leaving him a lane as well. It was just hard racing, man. Like, it was tough and stuff like that. So yeah, man, like I enjoyed it. It was a tough race, and I'm glad we come out on top here.
Absolutely, man. A tough race, a lot of great battling out there on the racetrack. A few tough incidents there for yourself, a few tough incidents out there for a lot of these drivers getting tied up and tore up out there on the racetrack. But as the dust settles here at Williams Grove Speedway, you're able to pull that 69 ride back up here into victory lane. Keith, who would you like to thank for another great run and another great win here in iRacing?
Oh yeah, man. Just thank all the guys over at H&L and NLR and stuff like that. It's been a crazy ride here. We just been testing here and there. Me and Massey actually tested about an hour before the race, and I actually tested earlier today as well. Just trying to get these things tuned in a little bit. Like I said, this track's very technical, and if you can have the fastest set in the world, and if you miss your line here, like, I mean, you're gonna go backwards. So yeah, so we did all that, and House of Speed, Tunnel Vision by Hackney, Grip Hackney Live, everybody that's involved on the team, and you for broadcasting this, and got I guess some decent viewers tonight, so shout out to all them. And yeah, we'll just move on to the next one.
Absolutely, brother. That's all you can kind of do out there on the racetrack is just kind of keep on moving forward and hoping for the best and hoping for a little bit cleaner of a race next time. Maybe a few less caution flags and maybe making the workload a little bit easier there for your rear bumper here this evening. But man, take us a little bit through this racetrack and through this race. We know you talked about how difficult it is and how technical it is, but compared to some of these other racetracks, where do you put it onto a list here? Is it as fun as some of the shorter racetracks here in the mini stocks, or what do you feel here with these mini stocks? Do they work good here? Do they work good for the big tracks, or do you prefer them here on like those medium to small racetracks?
I'll be honest with you, I don't like the small tracks in these cars, maybe just because I haven't drove them enough, But I mean, there again, as far as this track, it's so technical. It is definitely a driver's track, and that's how come I moved in the middle of the race. I went from the bottom to the middle just so I could get that momentum. I kind of had to, but then when I realized what kind of run you could get off the corners, that's where I wanted to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, the bottom was still fast, but I mean, as a driver, you gotta, and especially in these cars, I mean, you gotta know when to move around. So, this is it's a tough track. It's a fun track. I know a lot of people don't like this place just because it's so hard, but I mean, if you can drive it, then you'll enjoy it. You'll have fun. So it's definitely one of the ones at the top of the list.
Absolutely, brother. Well, a great run and a great drive here for you tonight. Keith, congratulations on the win. We can't wait to see you back out there in action next Wednesday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for our race winner, Keith Hackney, as Hackney picks up the win. Yo, what's good? Wilson Joe coming in, dropping that follow over on the Twitch stream, says, hey, how are you? How you doing? Welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Wilson coming in, dropping that follow over there on the YouTube stream, or on the Twitch stream, and coming in, showing the big love. Tasha coming in as well with the heart reaction. Steve Massey with that like over there on the Facebook broadcast, as Jeremy says, hi, Keith, cheering on Mr. Hackney here this evening, trying to say hi, as Steve Massey says, no more victory lane winning picks with the showstopper for you, Keith Hackney. Oh, Steve, it's not that big of a deal. It was a good hard race. Unfortunate contact there between Massey and Hackney, but I mean, you know, they've both been on the opposite ends of that contact between each other, and they've, you know, good friends, good battle, good fun out there on the racetrack. I don't think either driver's upset too much about how things played out here this evening between the two of them. And I'm sure Ely was hoping to maybe slide into that top spot, maybe hoping that both of them got tied up and turned around right there. Unfortunately, only one of them did, and that put Keith Hackney back to the front of the field for the restart. And it moves Josh Ely into position number 2 as we'll pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Josh, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth to get a copy.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, brother, another good run, another good race here for you, and another podium finish, man. Take us back through this one as you saw quite a few competitors up there battling around you, battling with you. You were right there trying to slide your way into victory lane here all night long, and unfortunately, you come up one spot short, but you were oh so close to it. If Hackney and Massey stayed hooked together, maybe both of them went around, you would have been right there in the catbird seat and able to maybe take this win away from Hackney here tonight.
Yeah, I've said it 1,000 times with them two get racing one another really, really hard like that. Neither one of them give up. So I knew it was bound to happen. So I was just going to try to stay as close as I could to pounce on an accident and just far enough away to avoid it. So we had to play our cards right on that one because I knew it was coming. I watched Massey bump him a couple times going down the front and back stretch, and Hackney having to collect a little bit, and I knew it was bound to happen. I just didn't know when, and I knew it was going to be towards the end of the race too. So I hate it for him. I don't know. We were fast all night. Carl put this setup on Dig. I think we had a contention to win had we had a few more laps, but who knows? A couple laps short, and we'll never figure it out.
Absolutely, but you still come home with a pretty solid second place run here. Another good run, another good finish here for yourself. So you can't be too upset about that. Some good points for you here on the evening, and being able to battle there and be right around that front of the field, battling with Kilgore, Hackney, Massey, Sturrat for so many laps, man, had to be a good time out there on the Speedway.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. Probably some of the best racing I've been in quite some time. Has been in these mini stocks. I hadn't found a car yet that you can be that competitive with completely different setups all the way around the track with every car. They've been a blast. I don't know. Hopefully see some big money races in these things because right now they are fun.
Absolutely, man. They look like a ton of fun out there on the Speedway. Looks like everyone is having a good time. Even if they're getting a little tore up or a few of those caution flags, they got nowhere to go and get collected in the mayhem out there on the Speedway. But you're able to avoid all the mayhem here this evening and pull yourself up onto the podium. Josh, who would you like to thank for another great run and great performance here this evening?
I gotta give it all to Carl. We put in some pretty good work on this track to get a setup that'd be in contention to win, and I think we had that set up just a couple laps short. So I gotta thank him with KC Speedworks, 09 Laser Graving and Hidden Finds, Bite On Outdoors. I had Mr. Peacock get me a sticker card done, so I gotta thank him for doing that right before the race started. I wish this thing was Chevrolet, but I think we would have been a little bit faster. But I gotta thank Peacock for putting on the league, you for broadcasting, everybody that's a part of this thing.
Absolutely, brother. Well, a great run and a great drive here for you in that 09 laser engraving machine here this evening. Congrats on the great run. Congrats on the great performance, and we look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, giving up there for Josh Ely is Ely coming home there in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there for the 09 machine as he comes home in that second spot. We'll get ready to pull our third place finisher up into the broadcast booth, the 18 machine of Kyle Surratt, the coach himself here this evening. Hey, Coach, it's Aaron up here on the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yeah, man.
Kyle, man, a great run and a great drive here for you all night long. You were right there in the thick of things, battling up inside the top 5, top 3 here throughout the evening, and you were able to, for the most part, to keep yourself, out of trouble, out of some of the mayhem that kind of got spread around there, especially at the front of the field, and you're able to bring it home with a solid third-place run here tonight, man. Take us back through this race, and how do you feel after 50 laps of battling here at Williams Grove?
Yeah, I dropped the ball in the heat race a little bit. Made the car a little bit too loose on entry, so it kept snapping back tight. So it lost the pole there, and that really hurt me. I think because the track position's real important at a place like this because it's so hard to pass. And we dropped back a little bit there, and a couple times in the feature, able to get back up through there. Had some good wreck avoidance. Got lucky once, and just never could once I got back up there in the top 4 or 3. Never could get it to fall my way. I was about to roll around the outside of Massey, and then he decided that he didn't want me to do that, so I kind of cut under him, and then the yellow come out shortly after that, and I never really could get it back going again, then screwed up a couple times, so just glad to bring home a third.
Absolutely, man. A very good run, a very strong performance here for you tonight, Kyle. Who would you like to thank for this great run, great performance, and another podium finish here for the 18 machine?
I'd like to thank myself for putting this deal together. Wouldn't be possible without me, Josh for putting this deal on, and guys at Bulletproof, my wife for letting me do it, you for the broadcast. That's about it. I'm going to eat dinner.
Beauty. Well, Kyle, enjoy your dinner, and congrats again on the good third-place run here, and we look forward to seeing you back in action next Wednesday.
Thank you, buddy.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, giving up there for our third-place finisher, Kyle Surratt. Surratt coming home here in position number 3. A great run and a great drive there for the number 18 ride here this evening. Unfortunately, that is going to do it for us here in this one. That's going to do it for this broadcast as the racing action coming to a close. The drivers are loading up their rides and headed home here this evening, and that's going to call the night here for the mini stock portion of the evening. We will be back live, though, in about 20 minutes from now. We're going to be back live again with the Slingshot Sim Racing Series. So we're going to be going back to Talladega Super Speedway with the NASCAR Cup cars here this afternoon. So make sure you guys tune into that one. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Make sure you turn those bell notifications on right now. That way you never miss it when we go live here on Peacemaker Gaming. But I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love here all evening long. And I'll see you guys back here in about 20 minutes from now for our second race of the night. Our second race coming up here in just a little bit.
Engine 4 nights alive, ain't no sleeping. Tires spinning, dirt flies, hearts are racing. Southern pride, grit and sweat, keep on chasing. Track lights blur, dirt clouds, moves just a creeping. Rusting metal horsepower, pushing harder. Small town dreams, broke dreams don't falter. Oil and gas light the way, ain't no charter. Crowds holler wild, boys laps get shorter. Speed 'em up, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel to fight. Fuel to fight. Broken bones, mended hearts racing faster. Mud-soaked heroes dash through disaster. Songs of engines drown life on edge, unafraid. Legends born from risks they made. Every turn, every burn, fortune's laid. South's heartbeat in a dirt track to play. Speed 'em up, loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight. Speeding loose, steering tight. Beneath the stars, we own the night. Chasing glory, trophy lights. Adrenaline's gas, fuel the fight.